You ever hear a gunshot that doesn't sound like hunting season, more like someone drew a line in the dirt and dared you to cross it? Yeah, that's how my Tuesday started. Coffee was still hot in my hand, porch still quiet, sun just peeking over the ridge, and then bang, a single shot tore through the morning like it belonged to something bigger. Not just a gun. A message. And when I looked up, I saw him, Thunder, my bull, my boy, my stubborn, shaggy, 3,000-pound heartbeat, stumble once, then fall hard. I ran. Didn't even feel my feet hit the ground. All I could see was blood soaking into the frost, and his big dark eyes looking at me like he didn't understand why this was happening. And I didn't either. Not yet. All I knew was Thunder was dead. And someone did it on purpose. Then I saw her. Karen. Standing on the other side of the fence like she owned the damn sunrise, arms crossed, lips tight, clipboard in hand like it was a badge. We had reports of wild boars, she said, ice cold, voice flat, like that made any of this okay. Safety operation. Authorized. Except Thunder wasn't a boar. He wasn't even close. And she knew it. Let me back up a sec. I moved out to this piece of land 6 years ago after the divorce, after the burnout, after I'd had enough of everything. Used to be a prosecutor, worked for the state, fought bad people in clean suits. But I gave all that up for dirt under my nails, slow mornings, and highland cattle. Thunder was my first bull. Raised him from a calf with a busted leg and a bad attitude. He'd follow me around like a dog, sleep by the oak tree, grunt when I talked to him like he understood every word. The HOA didn't like him. Said he was too big. Too loud. Said he made the neighborhood feel unsafe. Funny, they didn't mind him when their grandkids wanted pictures. But as soon as the developers came sniffing around, suddenly my bull was at a risk. The worst part. I didn't see it coming. Not really. They started slow letters in the mailbox, passive-aggressive comments at community meetings, little fines for unauthorized structures that turned out to be my water trough. Then they tried to cite me for livestock within proximity of residential dwellings, even though I'm zoned rural, and my property was here before the HOA even existed. Turns out, Karen and her crew had been pushing through a little Ordinance 4203B. Quiet, buried in county paperwork, no hearings, no vote, just a signature from Commissioner Halpern, and boom, my ranch became part of their wildlife mitigation zone. Which sounds official until you realize it gave them the right to control animal threats across newly drawn boundaries. Boundaries that included my land. Thunder wasn't the first. Pete, 2 lots down, lost all his guinea hens last fall. Noise complaints, they said. Maria's little girl had her therapy goat shot after someone accidentally left the gate open. They sent her a bill for the cleanup. I wish I was making that up. And now it was me. I buried Thunder that night, under the oak, in silence. Didn't sleep. Didn't eat. Just sat there thinking not about revenge, but about justice. Because see, I might have left the courtroom, but I didn't forget how to build a case. And this? This was organized. Coordinated. Illegal as hell. So I started digging. Pulled land records, campaign contributions, internal HOA documents, and it all pointed in the same direction. Rivergate development. A new eco-luxury community in the works. Guess who was on their board? Gerard Whitmore. Karen's husband. And guess what stood in their way? My land. Turns out they'd already bought up 5 properties on the ridge. Sent offers to 3 more. And me. I was the one who wouldn't budge. So they escalated. They weaponized the HOA. Turned my bull into a target. And now they were coming for the rest. But they made one mistake. They thought I was just some quiet rancher. So I played their game. I showed up to the next HOA meeting in boots and a flannel, played dumb. Asked questions. Took notes. Planted cameras. Recorded every time Mike parked across from my gate with binoculars, every time Chad wandered onto my land, just checking fences, every snide comment Karen made about non-compliant holdouts. Then I found it. A memo internal labeled a Phase 3. It had my address on it, along with the words, "Final mitigation necessary for full development clearance." They were planning to wipe me out. Legally, financially, physically if they had to. That's when I called in a favor old friend at the DOJ, still owed me one from back in the day. I handed him everything: the tapes, the emails, the memo, the ordinance changes, the financial ties between Rivergate and Commissioner Halpern. And then I waited. They didn't see it coming. Karen called a special meeting, invited key board members, a few residents, press even. Said it was to discuss long-term neighborhood beautification goals. She had a whole slideshow ready. I was in the back, sipping coffee. And just as she clicked to the next slide, a map with my land marked in red, the door opened. 2 federal agents walked in. No drama, no shouting, just calm, clipped words. "Karen Whitmore, we need to speak with you regarding an ongoing investigation." She laughed. Thought it was a joke. Until they showed her the warrant. Chad tried to leave, got stopped at the door. Mike didn't say a word, just sat down and stared at the floor. And me. I didn't say anything either. Just nodded. Like thunder was watching over my shoulder. By sunset, Karen was in custody. Charged with conspiracy, fraud, abuse of power, and obstruction. Rivergate's project got frozen. Halpern resigned. Every citation issued under 4203B was voided. And the ordinance repealed within 2 weeks. Now, there's peace. Boone, my new bull, roams the pasture like he owns it. Pete's guinea hens are back and louder than ever. Maria's daughter has 2 goats now, and a swing set too. The HOA got restructured from the ground up. And Karen, last I heard, she's figuring out how to adjust to prison food and no clipboard. As for me, I kept the plaque simple. Thunder 20152023. He stood his ground. And so did I. Thing is, this wasn't just about a bull, or land, or a power-hungry HOA. It was about a system that lets people bully others through paperwork, loopholes, and fake authority, and what happens when you say, "Not this time." So let me ask you, if someone tried to erase your home, your history, your life with a smile and a pen, would you fight? Tell me in the comments. Because somewhere out there, another Karen's drawing a map, and someone like you's about to get marked in red. Let's talk.